about to see something. You about to see something. It's coming, it's coming. We're unstoppable now.
Sign up for 2 months free GigaHome 5G Wi-Fi, and now also sign up for our new unlimited 5G plans.
Good Life was always like a personal project for me. I think by the time in 2016, where I was like, after I have experimented with so many diets, and then everyone was like sort of sending me messages that they're going through the same things about like the hardships of having all your dietary requirement in one place. I think at that time I was like, okay, someone needs to do something. I did travel a lot during that time. I did see Good Life, like similar concepts to Good Life at different countries, but nothing here. So that's when I was like, okay, we need one-stop shop where people can come in instead of going to 3 or 4 places to get their all like shopping list if they're going on a diet. I needed people to, I wanted to take that burden off people. I know from experience it was very hard because you're trying to lose weight, and then add to that the pressure of getting all your shopping list and then going to this place and that place and that place, which takes a lot of time and a lot of effort, and sometimes it might even hinders you from sticking to your diet because that's a lot of work for someone to go through. So because having been through it, I wanted to take that burden off people. Good Life, the name did not take so much to come up with. I'm a strong believer that if you eat good, you will have a good life. The promise was like, you're gonna have good life if you eat good food that's being sold here or the products that are being sold here. So the promise is in the name. Financial support was one of the biggest challenges you face if you're opening a niche or a new concept here in Doha. Yes, you have governmental or semi-governmental institution that give the financial support for businesses, but again, it specializes in a set, let's say, a set kind of businesses that are being supported in terms of restaurants, cafes, retail. But when it comes to food import and export, there is not much financial support you can get. And the same goes for banks who, like, if you're starting a business, and I'm talking not just a food import and export, we're talking about any kind of business. If you go directly to a bank and you say, I'm a start a business, I want to get a loan to start my business, there is no bank that's going to give you that loan. Banks ask for a huge set amount of money to be in your account already for them to support you further. But I don't get that concept. I don't get where that law is coming from, because if you had that much money, you will start your business. You wouldn't need the bank. And then if you're a startup company, if you're a new company, then you would need that financial support. So I think the financial support is not just my challenge, it's any startup business challenge. And I would like a governmental policy where the government supports the bank to support startup businesses that do not have any means to support themselves in order for them to start operating. So I would say financial support was one of the biggest obstacles. When it comes to women entrepreneurs, it's not that there aren't many in Doha. There are so many women entrepreneurs, and they're strong and powerful and amazing. And we've all been through what I've been through together. But the thing that intrigues people about Good Life and me personally is because food import and export is a heavily male-dominated business. There isn't any woman that like wakes up in the morning and says, I'm going to open a supermarket. It's just, and that's what gets people interested. They come in and interview me and talk to me, and as well supports me, just for the mere fact that, oh, it's a woman and she's gone into the business that it's not like not any other woman is interested in, but it's just that it just happens that here in Doha it's a male-run business. In terms of day-to-day businesses we collaborate with, I would say majority of the suppliers here in Doha. We also, in terms of events, we have collaborated with, and we have been supported by so many people as well, so many institutions. We had like our debate, which was the first one in Musharraf. They have graciously supported us and sponsored the event. And we've been working with so many businesses and individuals. I would love to support anyone who comes here to Good Life and contacts us in order to have their products. We do support them, we do work with them, and it's just because I know the struggle, and I know, and I had even my my home business at one point, so I know the struggle that comes there. And then when you put your product in a supermarket, then that's like a huge outlet for you, and that's sort of a relief for you, because you know the money is coming, and that's assurance is good for you as a business. So yeah, we collaborate with so many people, we collaborate with so many small businesses and big businesses. We collaborated with so many individuals, we had so many talks here on Good Life. I'm a huge believer in pushing the boundaries and talking about things people are not used to talk about. Hence the debate in which we debated all kind of diets and healthy lifestyle. And it was good to have that dialogue and everyone coming in with what they know, and then just having this conversation. Then just last month, October, was Infant Loss and Miscarriage Awareness Month. So we had a talk about that, which was like very emotional. But again, it's a topic that we don't speak about here in say in the Gulf, or say even in the Middle East. It's not a subject we talk about openly. It's not emotions that we talk about openly. And for November as well, November is Alzheimer's Awareness Month, so we're planning to have another event in which we talk about people and their experiences, if they have loved ones going through Alzheimer's, how we can help them. So and that with so many other workshops and talks in which we just try. I believe in knowledge and I believe in education, and that's how I got here, and that's how I opened the business, and that's how I run my business, based on education. So I believe in having the dialogue open and like just educate people, and people will be able to take care of themselves. We have just launched our flower lines. And we have our nut butter lines. Now we will be soon launching our superfood line in terms of powders and drinks. I would like Good Life to be self-sufficient as much as we can, and be less dependent on suppliers. So we're gonna basically be rolling out a lot of products under Good Life. That's the promise. That's what's coming, inshallah. When it comes to friends and family, it was always the mix and match. Some people were skeptical, some people were supportive from the very beginning. But when it comes to friends, I think most of my friends were supportive. And when it comes to your question about social media and my followers are amazing, and they're like the best followers anyone can ask for. And I know they've made a huge aspect in me taking this step, because they've always been supportive of anything I do. Even like the shift from baking to healthy lifestyle, I did not lose many followers. People still like stayed around, and people still supported me in this journey, and people were still like very loving and supportive. And I know for a fact, just to answer your question, yes, it played a huge role, having not just your friends and family, but then you have thousands of people support you, and you just say. And I remember the first time I posted about opening a business, even before I posted about opening a business, people were already telling me, you need to open a business, you need to open a business. But again, when I like throughout all this journey, if you go to my Instagram account, and I had like the whole journey laid out, and I kept them through the good and bad, and I've always updated them about everything that's happening. And you have no idea, whenever I was like in a very dark space about Good Life and something bad that happened, and I usually post everything, and they will be like the most loving and supportive people, and that just kept me going. And yeah, when like I think I'm here because of so much love and support, equally from friends, family, and as well as like social media followers. Always trust your gut. Always go by your intuition in terms of any business decision that you're gonna make, as well as get yourself a mentor, someone who you trust, someone who's gonna hold your hand. It's a tough journey. It's a very hard journey, and you need someone to hold your hand. You need someone to tell you where to go. You're not, sometimes because you're in a situation where you're burdened by so many things that you have to do, sometimes your judgment might be clouded. You might not be able to make the right decision. So having someone you trust to discuss things through is a good thing. And yeah, just hang in there. It's a tough business. It's a hard journey, but it's so rewarding. It's so good. I get people coming in the store every time, and they tell me how happy they are, and how they're just so happy being in the store, and how much value we've added to their life, or how much ease we brought into their lives. And that's just something that makes my day, and that's something that keeps me going. So find what makes you keep going, and just hang in there. It gets better with time, and you get better with time. And if there is anything that you don't know, do your research, ask people. People are gonna help you, and just put yourself out there and just work as hard as you can.